So I thought I'll make a quick video about about planting carrots and growing carrots, especially at the early stage. So the first things first, I usually pre-soak my carrots for 24 hours in the water if I have time. And there is a belief, so the carrot, because carrot seed has essential oil that covers the seed and that prevents carrot seeds from sprouting fast, so that's why I would pre-soak it in the water and for 24 hours and damp it with a paper towel, and next I will plant it. Or the other way you can do it, you can pre-soak, create a solution, 1 liter of water plus 3 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide, put the seeds in it, leave it for 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes is plenty, maybe 30-40 minutes, because it is soften the outside layer and will break the layer of essential oil. Plus it has some extra oxygen, molecular of oxygen in it. And next I would just take it out, whatever solution you created, damp it with a paper towel. You can also dry them completely. And next what I do, because carrot seeds, good carrot seeds, quality carrot seeds are pretty expensive nowadays, so I'm trying to be frugal as much as I can in gardening. So what I do, I take 1 part of carrot seeds to 2 parts of sand, mix it well together, and next I will seed it in my trenches. Another way of doing it, sometimes you can take whatever, like tea bags, for instance. If you use tea bags for your tea, I usually, not usually, but sometimes I dry it out and just take amount of what I need. And when it's time to plant, I will take 1 part of carrot seeds plus 2 parts of the tea that was inside of the bag. It's dry, it's completely dry. And again, it'll give me it'll help me to thin out my planting, because when you plant the carrots, you have to thin it out. Some people like to plant the carrots straight and thin it out. I got seeds from Territorial Seed Company. I bought it, and I really like it, the quality of it. The seeds were good quality, large, and I thought I will try these specific seeds. I can leave in the description what kind of carrot it is, but so anyway, and I planted. So I make the trench. If it's a light soil, you can make deeper trenches up to 3 centimeters, and such as sandy soil or just a nice light soil where you can put your hand in and out with ease when you have a lot of organic matter in it. Now, if you have heavy soils such as clay, I would not plant them deep. I would plant them probably 1/2 inch max, 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch. And what I do, I make a trench. I took my carrots, 1 part of carrots to 2 part of sand, for instance, mix it well together, and next I just sprinkle it in my trench. However, I don't close the trenches. What I do, I take a clear plastic, whatever clear plastic you have, clear, and you can see I have space here, so you just don't want to put it directly in the seed, put a brick in between so it's raised a little bit, and I cover it up, and I leave it that way until the seeds sprouted. But before I put the seeds in the trenches, I water it well. And next I put the seeds, I covered with the plastic, clear plastic, so the sunlight going through the plastic will help the seeds sprout faster. And when the seeds sprout, I take the plastic off right away and I cover them with those trenches with the soil. So, and that's where the carrot begins to grow. Now, carrot does not like a lot of nitrogen. If you put a lot of nitrogen during the growth, and especially at the beginning, it will have huge leaves, and the carrot itself is going to be small and not necessarily as sweet and juicy. So what I do, I put the seeds, I watered the soil, I planted the seeds, it sprouted, I covered the seeds with the soil, and I leave it alone. I do not water it, and I do not fertilize it, because I did amend my soil in the fall. I don't want to add right away a lot of fertilizers. for me personally. You could, in the early spring, you could add a little bit compost, but again, you don't want a lot of compost because a lot of, like, especially composted manure has nitrogen in it. And at this point in time, what I want the carrot root to do, I want it to go down and drill down and look for those nutrients in the soil. So if I leave all the nutrients on the top, why would it work so hard? Why would it drill it down? And it'll just kind of stay on the top and hang out on the top, party on the top, and is not going to work as hard to go down. I want the roots to go to the maximum depth as they grow, as they were genetically designed to grow, or originally designed to grow, and work itself down. Now, when I leave my carrots alone, I don't fertilize them with anything until the true set of first leaves appear. And usually it's 2 to 3 leaves. So at this stage where the 2 to 3 true leaves appear, I'm gonna give it a good boost of nitrogen. I grow it organically, so I'm gonna use the fish emulsion. Works great. It's 511. You can, because it's a liquid fertilizer, it's available right away, and you can I double the dose. They say 2 tablespoons per gallon. I would do 3 tablespoons or 4 tablespoons per gallon. But you will not burn the leaves. It's a wonderful, fish emulsion is wonderful fertilizer. And I just give it a good soak in that solution. Now after that, I'm not gonna give it nitrogen to it. Because carrot responds really well to potassium and phosphorus fertilizers. Phosphorus, of course, for sweetness and good root growth, and potassium for overall growth, and again, to have sweet and juicy carrots. So, and at the beginning again, so I will give it a nitrogen. I'm repeating myself. When you get a set of true 2 to 3 leaves, soak it in a nitrogen solution. Now if you grow organically, you can use fish fertilizer, fish emulsion, or you can get blood meal. If you do the blood meal, I would take, like, for instance, 1 liter of water, or whatever container you take it, whatever amount you need that container. I'm giving you an example in liters. So for instance, 1 liter, and you fill it up, whatever container it is, to 1/4 of the height of that container, and fill it up with the water. So if it's 1 liter container, which is, you just add 1/4 of it, let it sit overnight, and next mix it well together, really well, and you can just pour it in between the trenches. Now, if you grow it conventionally, you can take any nitrogen fertilizer you have. You can, it's about 20 to 30 grams of fertilizer per 10 liters of water, such as urea. It should be warm enough at this time for urea to work well, or whatever nitrogen fertilizer you have. Remember, it's 20 to 30 grams of it. So give it a good boost of nitrogen, and after that, let it grow. So I still wanted to continue drilling it down and grow down. And when the tops grow about 10 centimeters, that's when I can start fertilizing with potassium and phosphorus. And again, if it's a dry fertilizer of potassium and phosphorus, you can dilute it in the water, let it sit overnight, mix it well together, and feed it gradually. I would love, why do I cover with a plastic? Because when you cover with the plastic, and I kind of try to keep it tight all the way around, just give it a space so plastic is not directly on the seed, space under it, because it also creates a condensation, and there is plenty of moisture. I literally do not water it at all until the first set of true leaves, 2 to 3 true leaves appear, because by that time you can see it started going down, it's digging down. Now I water it really well. Actually, luckily we have a good rain last night, and I'm gonna fertilize it with my fish emulsion, and watch it grow and enjoy growing. I would love to know where you're watching it from and what kind of carrots you love to plant. And the other thing, now it is still early spring, somewhat early spring. It's 46 degrees at night, 42 degrees at night, and 56 during the day today. You're growing early carrots before, when you plant it before the summer, for fresh eating. You're not planting it for storage. Now, for storage, we'll start planting it in June, or you can even go up to mid-July to plant the carrots for storage, so it stays in the storage over winter. And also you have to look for certain varieties that will withstand heat really well, and they're not early spring carrots, because early spring carrots can grow much faster than carrots that you're gonna store. The plain, the ranch, so anyway, I would love to know what kind of varieties of carrots you love and what seed companies you prefer, because I would love to know more seed companies and see what they do and what kind of carrots they produce, seed produce. So anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, but that is a basics of the carrot planting and what I do to grow the carrots.